Hello, I'm Reginald Bullock, and
My name is Trey Wilder, and on today's show, this is called Just Living. It's the first episode called The Pilot. I like it. I like it. And you accept yourself more too.
and I think that your age group, processes it a lot differently than we did back in the day. When I was 31,
Okay.
because you have so much more information that you have to process,
Yeah.
along with being yourself
Yeah.
in a world that is extremely dynamic. It wasn't that vast or dynamic, that diversified in information when I was 31. And so I think it may even be harder
Mm.
for your generation than it was for my generation. We didn't have all kinds of distractions like you have now.
Hmm.
And these distractions now cause you to question who you are, or cause you to question your why.
Right.
Whereas back when I was 31, we didn't have so many distractions to cause. I mean, we had distractions,
Right.
but it wasn't the volume of distractions. Yeah.
Do you think you guys got a benefit or like a little boost in terms of from an early standpoint? And what I mean that is like we, I guess, have to explore so much. I know like it was kind of back in your day, do as I say, not as I do.
Mhm.
So maybe you feel like you didn't get to explore enough. But you might have too, though. So do you feel like your generation got a little better, I guess, boost early on in terms of trying to figure out yourself opposed to us? Because
I don't know if boost is the right word, but I would say our foundation is different
okay,
and our work ethic is different,
right,
because a lot of the things we did was out of necessity. We had to eat. We
okay,
had to do a lot of things because if you didn't do it, it wasn't getting done and nobody was going to do it for you.
right,
So, the whole discipline thing was because as a family unit, if you got 5 people in the house,
mm,
then you divide all of those chores,
right,
keep everything moving.
right,
And if somebody didn't do their part, it impacted the whole house. It impacted everybody else in the house. If my children didn't take the trash out, help cut the grass, help clean the kitchen,
mm,
help do the dishes,
mm,
then that meant me and my wife had to do it.
okay,
And if me and my wife had to do it, then that means we couldn't do a lot of these other things that we needed to do to be able to take care of the family.
okay,
So when you have a bunch of people in the house, if everybody do their thing, then now we can maximize the efficiency or the capability of Team Bullock. But if my son just watched TV all day,
mhm,
and my daughter watched TV all day, and my wife and I had to do everything, we're not maximizing Team Bullock. But then they come and complain, I want a cell phone, I want this, I want it. Well, I could have been getting my hustle on
right,
so that I can make this money to take care of my family. But none of that's going to happen, and you ain't getting diddly because I'm going to cut the grass,
mm-hmm,
I'm going to take the trash out,
mm-hmm,
I'm going to do the dishes, I'm going to clean the kitchen, I'm going to do the laundry, and I'm going to do all of this stuff while y'all watching TV.
yeah, yeah, no, that,
And oh, you want a computer? I'm sorry. I can't get out there and get my hustle on because I'm doing this thing.
yeah,
And a friend of mine once told me, because he was a millionaire and he was teaching me some things on getting my hustle on.
mm,
And I'm like, I got to get home and cut the grass. He said, Reggie, how long does it take you to cut the grass? I said, well, I got to ride a lawnmower, so it's only going to take me 4 hours. Right? Big yard. Big yard. So, because you got to be weeding, you got to do all of this stuff.
oh, that's a little more than cutting the grass now.
You got to do all that, right? So he said, why would you do at the time? He said, why are you doing a $10 an hour job
Mm-hmm.
if you work $50 an hour? I'm like, what?
I heard that.
He said, in other words, those 4 hours, you're going to give up $40. So, in other words, in those 4 hours, you could have paid somebody $40 to do that work while you go make 200.
Yeah,
If you work $50 an hour. If you work $100 an hour or 200, scale it.
yeah.
And so I thought about it.
Mhm.
So when children are not doing what they're supposed to do, and I'm talking to your generation now, when children are not doing what they're supposed to do or what they could be doing to contribute to the household,
Mhm.
they force their parents to do everything that they should be doing.
Yeah.
And now the parents can't get their hustle on.
Right.
So therefore, the parents have to do a $10 an hour task at home because the children are not doing the $10 an hour task.
Mm-hmm.
And now the parent can't go make an additional $100 an hour doing other things with their time.
Right.
But the children are not doing the $10 an hour task. They are burning that $10 an hour,
mm-hmm.
doing nothing. So technically, it's a minus $20 an hour per child per hour when they're not doing what they're supposed to do. And so in an 8-hour day, if a child could have been more productive at home to help the household, not just the parents and themselves, but to help the household, and they do nothing at $10 an hour, then that's $160 that day that they have taken from their parents.
Yeah.
But yet they want a cell phone, and they want to get on the internet, and they want a computer, and they want clothes, and they want a prom, and they want this, they want a limo, they want everything. All right, buy it. Well, you can't buy it because you don't have a job. Back to the conversation at the beginning, the work ethic.
Right.
The foundation that my generation had was the parents was doing everything that they could possibly do for you. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted anything else, you're going to have to do it for yourself.
Right.
So at 6 years old, I was washing windows in a car to get my quarter.
But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we hope you have had a good time. Like we said, bro, this was supposed to be a little test run for the pilot. We ain't got our clothes on like the way we wanted to.
We'll wear them next time.
Hey, next time. But definitely hope you all appreciate this conversation. Hope you all learned something. And most importantly, please like, subscribe, comment, and tell anyone who's anyone about the show. Because not necessarily for ratings, so we appreciate them. But at the same time, we want to get y'all feedback. Because maybe we said something that was off or sounded wrong, or you had questions about it. I don't know. Like I know people might have question marks on something I said. So please share your thoughts and tell us. I know for a fact, I promise you, I will gladly reach out. And Reggie's pretty open himself too. And again, it's just two guys having genuine conversation from different backgrounds. So, but before we do close, I do want to say, Reggie, I appreciate you because fun fact, he did challenge me when we were fishing, and he was like, I mean, yeah, if you're gonna call me, go ahead. And if you know Reggie, that's more of like, I'm doubting it a little bit. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I call this man next day, next week type vibes. And I did, and now we're here. And this is really motivating because I gotta go help a friend move after this. And I promise you, I'm trying to think, how can I avoid that? To go get some more recordings done. Like this is exciting, bro. This is
hustle.
Exactly. So Reggie, like from the bottom of my heart, just over the years, I appreciate you as a person. And I just wanted to make sure I had it on camera. I know we had like a flowers segment, quote unquote, to possibly talk about, but like I wanted to make sure I gave you your flowers and say thank you from the bottom of my heart. So I appreciate this.
Thank you. All right. Well, on that note, in the words of Russell Simmons, thank you very much. God bless.
Hope you have a good one.